Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about why SIP will not make you rich. In this video, we are going to check what is the reality for the Indian investors and what actually builds wealth. Let's dive into the video now. The dream everyone is sold. How SIP will make you rich is what everyone is sold. Now let's dive deep into that. Start SIP early. Why? Maximize your compounding years and it builds discipline early in your life. Second, stay invested for long terms. Why? Avoid market timing risk, reap future rewards. That is, if you are invested for a long term, the compounding will happen much more than in a shorter term. Compounding will make you rich. You make your money work for you and you achieve your final target easily. This is what the dream everyone is sold on. How is how this perfect story is presented to you? If you invest 5,000 a month for 20-25 years at 12% return, you are going to earn crores and crores of monies in future. But now let's dive deep into it. That sounds perfectly good that if you invest 5,000 monthly for 20 to 25 years at 12% and you will earn crores and rupees. But here's the problem. Most people stop SIPs midway. Why? Either because of financial stress or lack of discipline, which disrupt the long-term plan, which they planned at the start when they started the SIP. Second, income doesn't grow fast enough. That is, your salary increases, or if you are a self employed, your revenue growth often lags behind the original projections which you have made when you started your SIP. Third, expenses rise faster than investments. That is, your inflation, rising lifestyle costs erodes the capacity to invest more over time. So what does it boils down to? At the start of when you start the SIP, you think you will get a 12% return, but 12% return is not actually 12% real gain. Why? Because inflation it's 5 to 7% annually. So your real return, that is actual return which you would be getting, would be 5 to 7%. On paper it will look like you are getting 12% return, but half of it is getting eaten by inflation. Let's see the harsh truth behind it. We might be having 1 crore after 25 years, but that 1 crore is not equals to today's 1 crore. Purchasing power drops significantly because of the inflation. For example, let's take an example of inflation at 6%. So 1 crore after 25 years is less than 25 lakhs of today's money. So that is the power of inflation which reduces your purchasing power significantly. Now let's dive into the why SIPs feel good. Early start helps. If you are doing SIP, if you start early, it will definitely help you. Small amounts, but if you invest in small amount, it will result in a limited outcomes only. That is, even if you are invested for a long time, because of inflation and all those things, the amount of money which you would be having would be on a similar level, the low which you have inputted. So one thing we need to be make sure about is that time alone doesn't create wealth. That is, along with time you also need to put bigger chunks of money into SIPs. Now let's just take an example. If you invest 5k per month versus 25k month per k month, how it impacts significantly. So if you invest 5k SIP monthly at this for the same tenure with the same return, you would have very limited corpus. But if you increase it by 5 times, then your comp because of compounding, your capital will not just grow 5 times; it will be multiple x of that. So amount matters more than you think. In a long run, it might think 5,000, 10,000 will not have that much of a difference. But along with time, the more you invest, the bigger, the better, the best return you can get. The more you invest now will reap you the more benefits later on. So so what we can consider is that the amount which you are investing can be considered as a fuel. So if you want to reach much better heights and higher levels, you would need to have a better fuel. You need to have more fuel, because let's assume a rocket. If you have low fuels on it, it might just reach to the atmosphere. But you if you want to have a terminating velocity, and then you need to have much more fuel to escape out of the atmosphere of the earth. So treat your investment amount as a fuel which you need to put. The more fuel you put, the better result you get. So what boils down to that, SIP is not a wealth strategy. Why? Because it is just an investment method. SIP is just an investment method. It's not a wealth creating strategy. It does not increase your income. It's just a one tool in the toolbox. SIP is just one tool in the toolbox of wealth creation. So SIP will help you get a passive income sort of way, but it does not solve your low savings. You need to save more. Income growth is the real game. So in your early career, if you are able to save 5,000, very good. But you should, instead of focusing on SIP, you should focus on increasing your income. Why? If you are able to earn more, you would be able to save more. If you are able to save more, then you will be able to invest more. That what is important. So in initial careers, when you are on a low salary package, you know that you have a significant amount of money which you can grow. You should focus on your income, because you can grow your salary at initial level at 2x 3x in 3 months, 3 years, 4 years time. You could easily double your salary in 2 years, 3 years time. So just focus on that at initial stages of your income growth. Secondly, lifestyle inflation is killing you. Why? Because as your salary increases, your expenses increases. At the end of the day, the percentage of the money you are saving remains the same. So which results in the slowdown in your wealth creation, because when you started SIP, you thought you would be doing this, you would be doing X amount of money to get 1 crore of rupees. But as your income grew, your saving amount, your saving increases as well. The at the initial plan, you whatever you thought about. But because your income has increased, your expenses has also increased because of the lifestyle inflation. Now, because of your expenses have increased, the amount of corpus you require will be much more than what you planned 5 years back or 10 years back. So you need to make sure that the amount of expense which you are incurring and the amount of expense you plan to incur post retirement, you need to make sure that you are on track for that. Next, now let's focus on what actually build wealth. Increase income consistently. Focus on increasing your income. The more income you increase, the more saving you can make. Invest more. For example, if you are earning 1 lakh a month, if your salary increases by 10%, that is your income will become 1 lakh 10,000. And out of 1 lakh you were saving 20,000. Now instead of increasing your expenses from 80,000 to 90,000, 80,000 to 85,000, why not just keep your expenses at 80,000 itself, and surplus 10,000, invest that as well. So instead of 20,000, you are increasing your SIP by 50%, even though your salary has increased by just 10%. That creates a difference. So so it's simple. Make sure that you increase your SIP by every year. Make sure that you are increasing your income, and your SIP is increasing much more than that. Automate increase. Make sure that you are increasing anyway. Whatever happens, whatever it is, make sure to increase your SIP every year. That will help you a lot. So, all in all, SIP is important, but it's not enough. You need a good habit. SIP is not a magical formula. You need to build discipline. It's just one part of a comprehensive strategy. You need income, you need discipline with that. And you need to stay consistent for a long term. When you plan, it seems like, okay, 20 25 years, I will invest 5,000 a month. It will give me once a year. But that 20-25 years is a long term. You might face multiple life challenges, which is not in your control. So you need to make sure that you have that stability there. So, wealth formula, just to summarize what we have discussed in this video, you need to focus on your income growth. You need to invest your income smartly with discipline, will result in final wealth which you want.
अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई हो तो लाइक और शेयर करें और इसी तरह की और वीडियोस के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें।